Continuing now, our narration of Frank and Channing Haddock's Cultivation of Courage. We ended with, there was a discussion about difficulties confronting mental tone. And first, the difficulty of false ideas about environment. And that concluded with, but the mastery of environment is not a matter of sheer will and mere pushing and crowding for better things. Here then appears a further obstacle to healthy mindedness. And now, secondly, the difficulty of false ideas of the success spirit. How to correct. Life is not a game of football in which hard-fisted will and brutal push must win. It is the greatest of sciences and the art of all arts, wherein will must rise to faith and push must give place to affirmation, along with belief and resolution. Then should go an element of even a higher nature, in which the idea is not so much I can and I will, as it is surely mine to acquire all strength and health of mind essential to my life. Such is our remedy for false notions of the success spirit. The true idea may be called the spirit of self-inspiration. You are not required to live on the hard, stony plain of utter driving slavery. That feeling of blended must and hurry and gripping determination is one of the greatest enemies of man. When the self inspires the self, on the other hand, we have one of the most attractive and beneficent, as well as practical elements at man's command. The one attitude should go out of your life, the other attitude should become permanent and constantly more vital therein. In order to such substitution, kindly observe the following invitations. 1, you are invited to put forever away the idea, I must achieve mental development, and to replace it by the affirmation, it is given to me to make the most of a wholesome mind. Number 2, you are urged to banish completely all feeling of hurry. That inner distress which drives senselessly and always, remembering that however swiftly muscles or powers may move at times, the unhasting spirit is in the long run the most efficient. 3, you are also urged to loosen your deadly grip on the mind, and to give it its free, deeper consciousness, larger opportunities. Do not wrest facts, truths, beauties, laws from nature or life. You receive them. Attention is not boring into a subject. It is permitting the subject to unfold in the mind. It is not the mind that thinks, it is the self. And heaven only knows just what that thinking self really is. You grow not by robbing a universe, but by accepting its gifts. Not hard determination to have, but eagerness to accept is the spirit of the healthy mind. It is better still to say, it is given me to unfold, and in the unfolding to receive buoyancy and freedom and knowledge and wholesomeness of soul, so now will I receive. Number 4, you are invited to cultivate a constantly present to due sense of personal worth. There is neither virtue nor power in self-belittlement. When man first stood forth from the animal kingdom and confronted the world with the deep-breathed assertion, I am, spiritual power swept across the field of life. Virtue was born in the earth. Number 5, you are invited to insist upon your mental rights and to hold a fair valuation of your work among them. It is this way with me. I belong to the universe. I am part of the struggle for a final equilibrium. Therefore, I ask all things that I want. Therefore, I receive. I lie not to myself. I receive what I want. What I do not receive has met the obstruction somewhere in me. I will destroy those obstructions with a smile. And of course, I shall go on receiving forever. Number 6, you are invited freely to engage in creating high thoughts concerning yourself, your fellows, and the whole world. You may overdo in this matter, and you may be deceived by other people, but better the excess of faith and honor than the lack. And if you come truly to admire man, taken by and large, and to believe in the white universe, the reflex influence of this high-mindedness cannot fail of the greatest good in both your mental health and your personal courage. Seven, you're invited to find in nature your greatest library and school for development and health. To this end, the idea that nature is a mere surface or a kind of thin garment, so that if you could only but pierce through it, nothing would remain, should be cast entirely out of thought. This is one of the most prevalent errors, and it is a destroyer of our true relations with the material world. Nature has, we say, 3 dimensions: length, breadth, and thickness. But we imagine that thickness exhausts depth. Thus, we miss the real teachings of nature, open to all. Nature is always and everywhere an infinite reality. Infinity lies below all her realities. Nature is a body expressing the truth of infinite reality. Nature is the infinite soul manifested to man. It is for this reason that you are again invited to refer to the nature thoughts given in the last chapter and to endeavor to realize their stupendous character and influence for good in your mental life. Nature thoughts. This and the following suggestion is of very great importance. Number 8. And you are invited to add to such a regime, which will uncover many things in the world around you, this final effort to realize the words below as standing in all your mental constitution for actual power qualities: freedom, openness, friendliness, appreciation, honesty, honor, fidelity, purity, power, reverence, aspiration, and confidence. If you will cultivate these master qualities in the mental life, you you will inevitably come to a degree of healthy-mindedness, and so to a phase of that courage which is far above any mere physical bravery. For you will infallibly have discovered the white life. The white life need fear nothing, either on the earth below or in the heavens above. We'll continue with actual power qualities in the forthcoming video.